What if I told you there were three simple, easy ways that I could show you how to locate mom and pop storage owners so that you can go out and buy great storage deals? So, these are some of the strategies that I have used to purchase storage facilities throughout the years. These are just some of the free ways that coaching clients within the Storage Wins community have gone out to get deals under contract. And here's the great part: you can do this from anywhere in the world. You can do this from the comfort of your home, just using a laptop or a computer. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you, and I'm going to show you three ways that you can locate mom and pop storage owners in under 5 minutes. So right here, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to good old Google, right? So two of the three ways that I'm going to show you how to find these deals are through Google. So if you just go to maps.google.com, as you can see on the screen here, and I'm actually traveling to Tennessee, going to Nashville with my wife to enjoy Valentine's weekend. So with that being said, Tennessee is one of the states that I'm personally looking to purchase storage in. So I'm going to go ahead and in Google, and by the way, you can put any city, any state in the United States. So I'm going to go ahead and put Camden, Tennessee, just as an example. This is actually a market that I am looking at. So when you go to Camden, Tennessee, you're going to click on the nearby button, right? So when you click on nearby, type in storage or self-storage. And what you're about to see here is these red little dots is what's called the Google Map Pack, right? These are the storage facilities that Google is picking up in and around Camden, Tennessee. Now, as an aside, I generally speaking, I like to be in markets where there are no REITs. What is a REIT? A REIT is a real estate investment trust, right? So these are the companies that own public storage, Extra Space, CubeSmart. These are the large Class A storage facilities. Generally speaking, I'm not looking to buy storage in markets where those big players are operating. So right here, that's one of the first things I kind of scan through, and I'm not seeing public storage. I'm not seeing CubeSmart or Extra Space, KO Storage, some of these big Life Storage. Those are some of the big operators. So this is a perfect market, right? A couple of the things I look at is I like to be in markets where the population is increasing, right? We want growth coming into the market. I like to be in markets where the medium household income is $50,000 or greater. Ideally, if I can get over 60 or 65,000, even better. So I haven't checked those specifics, but just for the purposes of this video, Camden, Tennessee. And again, you can put any city, any state, and then click nearby and type in storage or self-storage like I just showed you a couple of minutes ago. So right here from the top, one of the first things that I do is I just kind of like scroll through and I scan. Now, there are four things specifically that I'm looking for on Google Maps. And these are one of the things that we train our coaching clients within the Storage Wins community to have a virtual assistant build your list, build your storage prospect list on a daily basis. One of the things we hold them accountable to is making sure that they're adding at least 5 new storage facilities to their list. And again, this is something that you can train a virtual assistant to do very, very cheap. It's very simple. So here's an example. Now, you can see this particular storage facility, this one as well, Branch Self-Storage, they don't have websites. How do I know that? Well, right here, you don't see a little circle. You see how Locker Room Storage has a website here? Well, these facilities, anytime I see a storage facility that doesn't have a website, we automatically add it to our storage prospect list. Why? Well, the majority of our rentals in my storage portfolio come from our website or come from some form of online marketing. That could be Google My Business listing. That could be SEO, search engine optimization. It could also be from Google Ads, right? Pay-per-click campaigns. So the majority of our rentals are coming online. What does that tell you if you come across a storage facility that doesn't have a website? That is a very, very strong indicator that it is mom and pop operated. Those are the types of storage owners that we want to connect with to see if they would consider an offer, to see if they're open to selling their facility. It's a strong indicator that they are not taking advantage of simple things that they could implement into their business, into the storage facility to increase the revenue and ultimately increase the net operating income, which is what determines the value of the storage facility, the income that that particular asset produces. So with that being said, anytime you see a storage facility on Google Maps that does not have a website, it is a prime candidate to add to your list so that you can contact that owner. So branch self-storage, this one right here on 940 Broadway Avenue that just says self-storage. I don't even know if it has a name. Those are a couple that we would automatically add. I'll scroll down here just to see if I can find one or two more. Lakeway Storage, Hometown Storage. So you saw how in literally seconds, I located 4 facilities that I would automatically add to my list just by mere fact that they don't have a website. That tells me that it's probably a mom and pop operator, and they, oftentimes when we connect with these owners, they have owned and operated these facilities for 20, 30, 40 years. And most of the time that we buy a facility from a storage owner, they are getting ready to retire, right? So that is the first thing I look for, facilities that do not have a website. Now, let me scroll back up to the top. Another thing I look at is if they do have a website, I will click on it and I will just get a sense. Does the website look like it was built 20, 30 years ago, right? Does it have a professional looking feel, or does it look like it was like put together way back in the early 2000s or the late 90s? So let's go ahead and look at Chris Pitt's self-storage. Now, before I go to the website, another thing I'm looking at is I'm looking at their Google reviews and the number of reviews. So I would say anything in the 4.3 to 4.7 range, 4.3 and above is usually, generally speaking, it's pretty good. Anything below 4.3, especially if it's below 4 stars, that is not a good sign. That means that they might not have the best online reputation. Customers might not be happy with the service or with the security or the customer. Like there's various reasons. So anytime that you see a Google review that is under 4.3 stars, it is an automatic add to the list, right? So let me just kind of scroll down here and see if, here's a perfect example. Camden Easy Storage, 3.4 stars. That is not good. If we were to click here and look at the reviews, in fact, let's just go ahead and do that. So if we were to look at the reviews, look at this one. This place is ridiculous. Another one, take money out of my account. They did have one nice customer service, but cheaper is not always better. There have been several times I have went there in my unit and the code didn't work. So clearly you can see that customers are not happy there. This is an owner I would contact to see if they would consider selling their facility. Maybe this facility has become more of a problem and a headache for them than what they want to handle at this time. So that is the second thing I look for. If anything under 4.3 stars, I would automatically add them. Also, if I see anything under 20 Google reviews, under 20, in my personal opinion, that's not a lot of Google reviews. So let me see if I can scroll down. Waverly Self-Storage. Now, they're doing great. They got 5 stars, but they only have 4 Google reviews. So why don't we use Waverly as an example? Let's go ahead and click on their website and let's just get a general sense for the look and feel. Now, I can tell from just having looked at a lot of storage facilities throughout the years that this is an Easy Storage Solutions templated website, and you can see that here at the bottom. So anytime I come across a website, what I like to do is go to the contact us section if they have one. Now, sometimes they don't. In this particular case, they don't have, they do have contact us down here, but they don't have an email. So that is a tip. Anytime that you see at hotmail.com, at Gmail, at AOL, believe it or not, at Ymail or Yahoo, anything like that, another indicator, another sign that it's a mom and pop operator, and we automatically add them to the list. So let me actually see if I can find an example like that. So let's go to Chris Pitts. Okay, here we go. CP Storage TN at gmail.com. So because it says at Gmail, that tells me that Chris Pitts is probably the owner of this facility. And I would guess this is his direct email address. So one of the things that we do is not only will we add this particular facility to our list, but we would go ahead and call them and we would email them. And we would like to connect with Chris and just ask him, would you consider an offer for your storage facility? Have you ever thought about selling? And we would just engage in a conversation. And future videos, I will share exactly how to have that conversation. What are some of the questions you need to ask? How to connect with that mom and pop storage owner. So for now, I'd like to recap. and this is something you can have a virtual assistant do. Go to Google Maps, type in any city and state in which you're interested in buying a storage facility in. Click on nearby, type self-storage, and bring up all the facilities that Google recognizes. And then anything that doesn't have a website should automatically get added to your list. Anything where there's less than 4.3 stars, automatically added to your list. If you see less than 20 Google reviews, add it to your list. And then when you go to the website, if it looks like an old school looking website, if you see at Gmail, at Hotmail, at Yahoo, automatically add them to your list. Now, I want to be clear. Let's say you come across a facility that has a nice looking website. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't contact them. Or if you find a facility that has like prime storage, they have 5 stars, they have a website. Now, they don't have a lot of Google reviews, but let's actually click on their website. Um, Again, this looks like a mom and pop operator. If we were to scroll down, so they have 2 different phone numbers. So that tells me that one of these phone numbers might be the owner's mobile number. That is not uncommon, but I would add this facility to my list as well. But if you were to come across a facility, like look at this one, Larry's Rent a Spot. They're doing great, 5 stars, 37 reviews. That's a healthy number of reviews, and they have a website. So let's go ahead and click on this website. And I can tell this is an easy storage solutions website. But if this is the picture of their facility, that looks very mom and pop. I would still add this facility to my list and contact them because you never know. Larry might be done, getting ready to retire. Let's click on contact us and see if here's another example at hotmail.com. I am pretty certain that this email goes directly to the owner, which I presume is Larry. So I would call them. I mean, the phone number's right here. Call them and just ask them, say, hey, I realize this phone call is random and out of the blue, but would you consider an offer for your storage facility? Have you ever thought about selling? And I would just seek to connect with that person, get to know them a little bit. How long have they been in the storage business? If they're not interested in selling, here's a pro tip. They are connected. They know other storage owners and operators. Ask them if they know somebody who might consider selling or if they know of a facility for sale. So that's just a little pro tip. Whenever you connect with somebody and they're not interested, always ask them if they know of another facility or another storage owner that might. We have done that and gotten free leads and free opportunities. So take advantage. You're already on the phone with the person. And then definitely stay in contact with them. Follow up is crucial. Follow up is key. So if you were to connect with Larry and he's not interested in selling, stay connected with Larry. Build a relationship with him. Be top of mind because he will eventually get to the point where he might consider selling, and you want to be the person that Larry thinks of in this particular example. So those are. I went a little bit longer here so that I could explain to you the thought process behind this, but you can train a virtual assistant or you can do this yourself at night or early in the morning, just searching Google Maps, looking at particular counties and cities, and just going in and building your list, doing some of the things I taught you. So that is the first way that you can locate storage deals and connect with mom and pop storage owners. Let me go ahead and show you a second way. And then the third one, I'll circle back to Google. So I love to go to Facebook Marketplace. So if you go to Facebook, if you're watching this video, you probably have a Facebook account. Go to Facebook Marketplace, and I've already put in the location of Camden, Tennessee, just to stay on brand with this example. So Camden, Tennessee, and search Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to go ahead and type in storage units. So I'm just going to type in storage units. You can do storage units for rent. You can do storage. Now, most of the time, what you're going to find are storage owners advertising units for rent, not storage facilities for sale. Every now and then you might come across a storage facility for sale and absolutely call that person. Because the fact that a storage facility is listed for sale on Google, on Facebook Marketplace, that tells you that's a mom and pop operator. Maybe they don't have a broker. Maybe they don't know that commercial properties are listed for sale on Crexi and LoopNet and some of these other sites. But here's what I love to do. Tri-County, AG, and storage. Number one, the phone number is right here. So you can always call. I always like to send a text as well. And if it doesn't get an undelivered return, then I know it's a mobile number. There's another sign and indicator that it's a mom and pop operator. But you can just go in here and simply what I like to do is message them. I'll just click here and I will say, have you ever considered selling your facility, right? Selling your facility, question mark. Or sometimes I'll put, uh, I'm not looking to rent a unit, but I'm looking to purchase a facility in this area. Would you consider an offer? Right? So keep it simple. There's nothing fancy about it. All you're doing is throwing some bait out to see if they would raise their hand and say, hey, yeah, I would consider an offer for my facility. Now you can call them, get on the phone with them, get to know why they might consider an offer, like what is going on with the facility or their situation that they might want to consider selling. So this is a super easy and simple way that you can just go out and send messages. Now, one thing I will caution you with, do not, like, by the way, store it. Like you can tell just by the picture, mom and pop. Here's another storage owner that I would message. Be careful how many messages you send on Facebook on a daily basis. You might want to Google and find out, because what you don't want to do is get hit with spam or anything like that. So I would be cautious and moderate with this approach. I wouldn't be sending out hundreds and hundreds of messages. But if you sent out, 5 to 15, 5 to 20 messages a day, I don't think that would be an issue. You might want to Google and just abide by Facebook's policies so that your account is not in jeopardy of getting shut down or getting suspended or anything like that. So you might want to Google that, but you can certainly send a handful of messages a day, that type of thing. Reach out to people. Again, just an easy way to connect with storage owner operators and just throw the question out there. Hey, have you ever considered selling your facility? Would you consider an offer for your facility? And you're just seeking to connect at that moment. So Facebook Marketplace is the second free and easy way that I love to connect with storage owners. These are some of the strategies that my storage coaching clients use to get deals. And so the third one is just going to Google. And here's the cool thing. When you go to Google, I like to type in, so here, let me just start fresh. So we're in Google already. I like to do self-storage. So I was actually looking at Camden. So self-storage for sale, Camden, Tennessee by owner. That is one search you can do. You could do self-storage for sale in X city. And what I like to do is oftentimes at the top, you're going to see facilities in this area listed on LoopNet, which is like the commercial MLS, the commercial multiple listing service. Crexi is another one. But what I like to do is, like, this one caught my eye because it's on Facebook business, but this is a Facebook group. So Facebook groups, storage Facebook groups are another way. Business Facebook groups is another way to connect with storage owners. But that's not what I was going to show you. What I like to do is I like to go deep into Google, like pages 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Every now and then you will come across a storage facility that is listed for sale on a random realtor's website or a small brokerage in the middle of nowhere, right? Like I have come across facilities listed on like Mary Joanne Realty, right? And she doesn't know, that person doesn't know that a commercial property should be listed on Crexi or LoopNet, and she just might have it on her website. Every now and then I come across storage facilities listed on the actual MLS where residential properties are advertised for rent and for sale. Anytime you see that, absolutely contact them. There might be a hidden opportunity there. So I came across, as I was looking here, I came across this, like, look at Chris Pitt self-storage. So that one's coming up deep into, but I came across Lee and Associates. Now, this is a commercial brokerage. You can tell because they have a lot of different properties, but sometimes I'll come in here, property types, I'll click on self-storage and just see what pops up here. And you can see right here, they have some storage facilities for sale. You might come across a website like this where these facilities are not listed on Crexi and LoopNet, which means they don't have as much exposure and there might be an opportunity there. So contact them. Brookhaven Mini Storage, this may or may not be listed. Beltline. So the point is, if you go to Google and you put self-storage for sale, go deep into Google, pages 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And every now and then you can come across some opportunities. By the way, this is another strategy that I like to hand off to a virtual assistant so that on a daily basis, imagine if you had somebody that was going to Google Maps and building your list based on the strategies I shared with you earlier. They're going to Facebook Marketplace on a daily basis and sending out some messages on your behalf. They're going deep into Google to locate hidden gems, hidden opportunities that might not be listed on LoopNet and Crexi and don't have as many eyeballs on it. So these are just some of the ways that you can connect with mom and pop storage owners, that you can find storage deals that might be under the radar. These are just three of numerous ways that we cover in our coaching program. So if you like this video, click on one of these videos here to learn more about storage and learn how you can buy your first storage facility.